Hello guys, and you're welcome to this video. And in this video I'll be covering the weekly outlook for this brand new week that we'll be stepping into, starting from 22nd of June 2025. Today is Saturday, 21st of June, and without any further delay I'll just jump right into it. So you guys already can see what's on my screen. So for this new week, this is what I'm actually expecting to happen on Go. I know you guys will be wondering how did we get about this and everything. I'll gradually walk you all into it so that everybody will have a proper understanding. Last week was really would I say yes, it was kind of messy because we packed a lot of losses on my community channel. I didn't call much straight on my VIP, but we packed lots and lots of losses, and that really messed stuff up for last week. Though it really messed up stuff for last week, even though our weekly outlook was highly accurate. It was highly accurate, but I was making mistakes buying from levels that I shouldn't have been buying. So last week was just all about sales. Like the market was selling, there was no significant buy trade last week, and that was what placed us in a lot of trap. So without any further delay, I would love to let me just take this out. Let me just take this all out. I'll leave this and I'll leave this too. So let's start on the weekly time frame. So when we switch back up to 1 week time frame, what do you see on 1 week? 1 week is just respecting everything that we've spoken about subsequently, like we've covered previously about what price has been doing. So if you look at what's happening on 1 week time frame now, already we spoke about all these levels when the time that price tapped into this weekly FVG, tapping into the daily FVG, giving us this, retracing back down. All these weeks we've covered all of this. Then last week now we saw this move, break of structure to the upside, and in my outlook video what I said was that I was expecting price to fall back, take out the previous week's high, fall back down and pick trading entries from 50% of this rejection week, whereby it falls back down to the discount levels on 1 week. So what did we see? Can you see how price came back from the 50% of this week and started to give a form of rejection? And then when we switch back, okay, and if you notice, this is the 50% of this week that I marked right here. If I should use my FIP tool, you could see that I saying 50%. So that is the 50%. You could see what happened when once price tapped into it. Price give us a good significant type of rejection. So the next thing that we should do is now we should switch it back down to 1 day time frame. And when we go down to 1 day, remember I spoke about this FVG level being a very pretty level and a very good level that we could consider to look for our buys from. And then notice that from the video that we dropped last week, the 50% of the week from the weekly time frame falls down right below the FVG, and you could see what happened. Price failed to close below this FVG with this week, and that's like a very good sign. That is showing us that price is respecting this level still. If we should look out at this clearly, if I should take my FIP tool, mark from this point to this break of structure right here, you could notice that price properly tapped and is floating right inside the discount level where we should be looking for our buys from. You could see, so everything is actually tallying up to what we've already covered from the previous week. If you haven't checked that video, just check the video. The link is in the description. Check the video from the previous week. You could see that how price is acting perfectly to all of this that we've spoken about. And I spoke about this was where the trap and all the ranging started from. You could see how price tapped into the midpoint of this FVG, gave this huge rejection back up, and then fell back. That was where the whole confusion and everything started. And then what's beautifully that is giving me much more confidence towards like the bullish scenario of everything that is going on right now on the chart is the fact that we did not use this level to buy. Yes, we did not use this level to buy, even though price took out fell back from here, took out this guy, but we did not use this level to buy. We have to tap into the discount level properly. So if we should sit back down to 4 hours time frame, if we sit back down to 4 hours time frame and then look closely at what has been happening on our chart, you could see how last week price was just sinking down, floating back down. I would want us to do something, and I'll switch my chart to lines. And on the lines now, what I would do, I would love to mark out the whole trend from the previous week and everything that was going on. So I'll take it from this point, and then we could see how price kept on sinking. Then we could have an accurate, very accurate form of trend line. So with that now, I'll switch back down to 1 hour. Why I'm doing this is so that we could have a very, very much more clear trend line actually. So if I should switch back, let me draw this back up a bit and then adjust this guy right here. Yes, something like this. Yes, exactly this. What are you saying? This is a very, very sharp stick trend line. So if I switch back down to charts, what are you saying? Can you see how beautifully price was bouncing on this thing? Like price was bouncing on this sheet like very, very accurately. And then we could see what happened towards Friday now. Price used good momentum, used a lot of bullish momentum to break out of this trend line, tapping the midpoint of that FVG and then price closing at that level. That is a very, very beautiful sign. Because I noticed some people from the last week, from what I was seeing on Twitter and all, some people were trading some people taking sales. Okay, we're trading like a breakout of the bullish you get now. So like now price breaking out of this guy now is actually giving us confirmation that breakout for those sales now where like it's invalidated. You understand? So that is what is happening. So what do we want to see happen with this new week now? I want to see price coming back. You could see if we did have breakout, there's like we have this breakout structure right here. What do you want to see price do? We want to see price coming back to fall back again to tap into the 0.5 level now, which is our discount level, and then use it to chase the other end of this breakout, that is at around 3,450. Automatically that's price chasing towards 3,500 being our ATH. So what I expect to see is that I expect to see price falling back down here. I expect to see a bit of retracement, price falling back down to this level, breaking above, closing above this daily FVG and testing it again. And after testing it, chasing this week that just closed, the previous week's high. That was this week that we just closed right here. And if we should go back down to like 30 minutes now, to 30 minutes time frame, and then let's go down a bit more to 15 minutes time frame. On 15 minutes time frame, you'll notice something. After price fell back down here, tapping into that 50% of the 1 week's rejection candle, going back up there, you could see a breakout structure right here that most people, their buys were stopped in here. I think I was caught up in this too, but I didn't take the trade. I dropped in the group that okay, could we have the breakout right here by price coming back, tapping into 33.58 and then using that way to break out, but price failed to do that. But notice something. If I should mark this point, let's mark this other block that was sitting down pretty right here. We would notice something. We would notice that price came back down, like used it. So I was trying to use it to go down lower, but price broke out of that level. So what I expect to see is that I expect to see price falling back down to this same guy, to use this guy now, which is that's the QMR entry, and to use this guy now to reclaim that level, to use that block now, to still use that same other block, and then boom, use it as a way to push higher. This is most likely this is the play that will happen this week. I'm actually quite confident on this. It shouldn't just like disgrace me, but I'm really, really quite confident on it. So what I expect to do is that with this now, with all of this that I'm knowing now, my bet of catching this move will be taking this guy from here, keeping stop loss. You could put it below here or somewhere around here. Let me adjust that. And where's the target? And I'll target this. Very, very nice 7-hour trade. This would be a very, very beautiful gameplay this coming week. So this is what I'm actually expecting to happen with the new week. This is what I'm expecting to happen. Most likely it should happen. Something like this. Okay, just do this and adjust this guy right here. Adjust this guy right there. So I'll also be dropping this on my community channel. If you are not yet there, please use the link in the description to join up. And also we'll be dropping a lots and lots of other things. If you are new to the channel, we do this every week. I drop these videos every week. So subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and let me see you guys in the next one. You guys should leave a comment, reach out to me on Telegram, Twitter, or my handle is in the description of this video. And I love you all, and let's make money this week. Thank you.